Phenomenal.
It can come at any time. You're taking a bow or feeding a cow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you? Crack pack. You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
Ha! Bet you didn't expect that, did ya? It's the end of the year. It's December 30th where I am. Did you miss me? I hope you're all well. Yeah. Six Gun Gorilla Volume 2 trade paperback is closing out tonight. So we're going to do a stream. We're also going to do a bit of a closeout party. I mean, it's closing in 8 hours, but why wait? No time like the present. How are you all going? You fine bogans and mad lads. We'll get Brian on in a few moments. And then we've got some things to laugh at, some things to look at, and some things to laugh at, as well as chat about Six Gun Gorilla. One of my favorite books. As Mobig says there in the chat, if you haven't read Six Gun Gorilla, you're missing out. And here's your chance to get, I think it's 10 issues in one. What an absolute mad lad. How are you all today? Getting very close to New Year's. We're going to do the Wrenchies tomorrow, I think, because that is the tradition. Bit of a New Year's celebration. Look back on the year that was 2022. It was good in some ways. It was less good in others, but it was what it was. Just like this man right here is who he is. The Voyager 47. It's that glorious avatar. He will be taking pride of place right there, looking down upon us tonight. But that doesn't mean we can't say hello to Hyper Wizard. Jaro says, "Oh no, what happened?" hey. Just you wait. We have a very fun new Marvel page to check out. I think you're all going to find it very engrossing, very hydrating. Maybe, I don't know. Norin Rad's here. Who else we got? We have Judd. We've got Nicholas Gear. Rand Nada's in the house. Felix Huss, the Link Masters, dropping links. Let's get ready to party. Every day's a party in the lead up to New Year's. That's my motto. That's my philosophy. The bankrupt drip. Yeah, that's I don't know if we want that kind of drip. Thank you. Hello, Bogan World. I say hello to Atheline. I'll say it again. We got Mrs. Good Stuff in the house. There's Rob. He says, out of all the people you want writing your comic, R. Kelly's not one of them. Look, I don't know if R. Kelly is writing for Marvel, but the writing is on the wall. It's a speculation at this stage, just speculation. But you guys will be the judge. Well says R. Kelly would shit on most writers today. Oh, that's good. I like that. Can we just hail this gentleman right here, Mr. Mo Biggs? Hail Mo Biggs. Let me send the link out to our good friend Brian. We'll get him in here. Start the show off. I feel like I haven't streamed in a week. I've been on other people's channels. I've been trying to get out there, promote, get in front of a different crowd. It's been fun. I've been having a good time, but I have been neglecting the streams here on my channel. That's okay. You can take a break every now and then, I feel. Hucklebearer. Hello, Hucklebearer. Do we know Hucklebearer? Great to have you here. Peak Bogan, he says. There's a lot of peak boganing going around lately. Gusto says, such a great intro. I agree. We got Phil in the house. My lovely wife is watching. I hear the boop. I apologize. I can't say hello to everyone. We've got 72 people in here. Please do give the stream a like. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And we'll if you like having fun, if you like indie comics, if you like all that good stuff, this is where you want to be every night of the week, 9 p.m. Most nights. Nicholas Gear, Felix Mo, Athline, Past Master Dan, Random, everyone. He super chatted his hellos. This is the commitment of Nicholas Gear. Thank you so much, Nicholas. You are a gentleman, a scholar, and a gentleman. Mo says Bancroft has been neglecting the streams, but Lee Williams has struck gold. I feel like I'm missing something there, Mo. That one went over my head. I feel like there was a P joke in there. But Junior says, you're welcome on my humble channel to talk about your book. Well, I will join you there, Dave. I absolutely will. All right. Oh, hello, Sumo Thori as well, too. I see you there, Sumo. And Stephen Rockwood. And Lord Raven. And Awesome One. Okay, let me bring in Brian. My friend. Oh, that looked cool. The smoke.
What up, Michael?
Entering the den. He's got his gloves and everything.
You're down in the crypt. Do
you want to open your shirt a little bit more? You can see a bit more.
I mean,
that's the right amount. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like out of fashion, isn't it? I mean, in the 70s.
No, not at all.
Well, let me put it this way. If I swung the other way, I would be like, I don't know, Filthy Rich making bear movies. For the
I think the ladies,
for the gay fellas.
The ladies like it anyway. So we got Jasper joining us too. Edwin's in the chat. He says, "Smoke if you got him." What is going on, Brian? I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but
yes, sir.
I think that your trade paperback for Six Gun Gorilla is closing in a mere 8 hours.
Yeah, boy.
8 hours.
First of all, Michael, thank you so much for having me on. It really is appreciated. Everybody in the chat, there's too many people for me to just shout out. I'll be shouting out. It'll be like an Oscar speech. So much love to the chat.
Stop playing the music if you try to do that.
Exactly. Get my ass off the stage. Wrap that shit up. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but much love to everybody in the chat. Yeah, well, I mean, this is my 7th campaign. And I'm kind of psyched about that. And this is my 7th successful. I'm sorry. This is my 9th campaign. This is my 7th successful one. I always tell everybody that I had 3 first campaigns because the first 2, bombed horribly, which is why whenever I see somebody that looks like their campaign's not going to make it, I always send them a little message and say, don't worry, you'll relaunch and everything, but you're still going to feel like you got kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like you're everyone's best friend. Everyone loves you. And then the exact following day, it's like, oh, they all forgot about me. Mo says, Bancroft gatekeeps one P joke and then feigns ignorance toward another. He's taking the piss. I don't know all the P references, Mo. I don't know all of them. Do you know what the P is in reference to today?
This is an R. Kelly thing, isn't it? What is the shit?
We'll get to it in a second.
Okay, all right.
onto brighter things. Eric Grant is back at number 144 on.
Oh,
6
thank you so much, Eric.
He
Much
says
love,
he had
brother.
to go digital because international shipping will shank me and steal my kidneys. Eric,
This is why I have a digital tier.
yeah, have a digital, but also look into what RJ is doing at Critical Blast. I backed a book yesterday, and I'm getting it sent to RJ. He's going to be my post forwarder. I don't know if it's going to be for everyone. It depends on how much you back, but go check him out, and I'll be doing a video on it, I think.
RJ is good people, and he is accomplishing something. And he's accomplishing something that I think all of we indie creators have been looking forward to. I know Sim, for instance, he's been working on it. A lot of people have been working on it, but RJ so far seems to be getting the job done. And because
he got me to back a book yesterday, which I wasn't going to do because it's just like, oh,
you want to pay $30 for fucking shipping?
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude,
50% more than the book for the shipping.
Dude, it's so. I told you about that package that I sent to a customer in Singapore, right? So they paid like, I don't know, $25 shipping or something. And when they got it, it looked like it had been microwaved. Like all of the pages were like, stuck together. Get your minds out of the gutter, people.
That's how they send things to Singapore. They microwave them. It's a new shipping. It's like a teleportation. It's like gamma rays and stuff.
Right. And it sucked. And the guy sent me the video and was like, this is how my book arrived. And I cringed and I asked him if I could share it. And he's like, well, why would you want to share that? It makes you look bad. I'm like, no, that doesn't make me look bad. First of all, I want to share my pain. And then also, what Comicsgate does is if you get a fucked up book from us, we will replace it. We have a stamp. We'll eat that we'll eat that $28 because we're not just.
Nothing else you can do.
There's nothing else you can do. Yeah, without a doubt.
D, I will do a video on what RJ's doing. I might even get him on to chat about it. That might be a good.
He's great.
Hyper Wizard said I blacked Blade Devil yesterday. $40 shipping on a $25 book.
Oh, love RGE, but man, yeah, this is like I said. This is why you should always have a digital.
I don't have a digital on this. But
well, fuck you, Michael.
I know, right? You fucking up, man. But I do have $10 shipping to the States. So
that's acceptable. That's totally acceptable.
Yeah,
but
as long as you just get the book, $10 shipping. And
that's fine.
I'd love to get to 175 backers by New Year's. That would be because then it's only 25 left to go until we unlock this awesome O-Ren print that I'm just
it's fantastic
to unlock here and add to everyone's order. But this is
really
going
beautiful.
Amazingly well. I've been out there. I spruiked this over on Shane's channel. I spruiked it over on PTP's channel. PTP had like 300 people watching. It's freaking amazing.
Oh, fantastic!
I love to see everyone's channels growing. David G though, hello. He just is back in number 148 of the trade paperback.
Dankeschön.
How David G. All right, we're gonna jump back and forth. We'll come back to the book throughout the show, and then we'll end on it as well.
Michael, you really, when you have people from the States on, you really need to make sure that you don't have the Aussie dollars.
No, that's what I do. No. I get yelled at. I get yelled at by Mo if I change that to Aussie. No, it's the Bogan dollary dues. I know it's a heart attack.
Yeah,
but look, it's what it is.
We understand.
It says Bangkok is spruiking all over the place. Shane's channel is hazardous. Now, I caught him on a pretty safe night. I think he was dressed up. I did share a drink with him, but it was pretty safe. It was pretty down to earth. It was fine.
Well, has he been getting improper with his guests in any way, shape, or form?
No. He raised $200,000. Now I don't know. I haven't raised anywhere near that, but he got a bit loose. Let's just say he got a bit loose. He was trying to jump off his chair or something. He was showing his boxer shorts. It was gangster. I wasn't there for that.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. Mo points out, Brian, Dollar reduce are the official currency. of
We
this
understand.
country.
We
So
understand, Mo. We understand
It's,
that, and we accept it.
Oh, he showed us his red undies. Yeah, he did.
You might want to have a trigger warning, though. You might not want to have a trigger warning.
So before we get into the very interesting new, I don't know if it's X-Men or Extermination. I don't know. I don't follow Marvel comics these days, but
Me neither.
I do laugh at them. I do
Yeah.
laugh at them when you know it's warranted. Before we get into that, I just want to very quickly talk about this because yeah, this is obviously, if you don't know, I launched this book on my own website, lucentwakingdream.com, and a lot of people I'm talking to, actually quite a lot, are also you know, they're asking me questions about how I did it. They're talking to others, they want to do the same thing. And I saw Eric Weathers did a poll the other day on Twitter asking, you know, if he were to launch Battle Brick Road 2 on a different platform, where would you want to back it? And he got an interesting response here. So 45% said on his website, and this is 150 votes.
Yeah.
24% on Indiegogo. It's about almost 5% on Kickstarter and 25% anywhere. And I thought that was really interesting. I said, you know what? I'm going to steal that idea, but I'm going to do it on YouTube because you've already asked the Twitter crowd. So I did the same thing the other day. I didn't put in the anywhere because I don't know. I didn't know if that like would dilute things. I want to just give people the straight question. And, you know, I captured all those anywhere people onto the my own website. But if you notice, the Indiegogo and Kickstarter numbers are pretty much the same. I mean, it's 24 over here, 22 here, and I've got 3, and he got 4.7.
Look, what you're doing, and what Eric is doing, and what Rini is doing. This is clearly, for now, the direction that we need to go in. Because Kickstarter,
you got to have an option. I mean, look at this. You got to have an option.
Kickstarter,
I mean, huge.
straight up banned Mike Barron, an icon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, that's one of the things that really pisses me off too. Is if they do it to like you or me, that's one thing. But when they do it to like the OGs, it's like, oh hell no, right? But they're shadow banning us on freaking Indiegogo. I tried Zoop. That didn't end well, and this is clearly the way to go. And from now on, you know, our beloved moderators, the Wrenches, you know, you all know who you are. Dropping those links, you're the unsung heroes of Comicsgate. Instead of dropping an IGG link, they're just gonna be dropping our .coms.
Yeah, I mean, they're handling it brilliantly. We've got there's Mike Barron's link there for Private American.
Go back
I
that
see
people.
Felix is also dropping my campaign there, and Six Gun Gorilla as well. Great to see people backing Six Gun Gorilla. It will be closing out in what, 7-8 hours or something.
Yeah.
Also, Hyper Wizard back at number 177. He says it's puzzle time. Hail Hyper Wizard, thank you so
Hail
much, my
Hyper.
friend. What puzzle did you get?
Thanks
How
for the
many
love,
pieces?
people.
How many pieces will determine how much of a mad lad you are. Now, me, I'm not as crazy as Sumo. Sumo said he got the 2,000 piece. He can't start until New Year's because it's a project. It's like okay, this is going to take you a year. I got the 500 piece. It was he got the 1K no logo. Oh, excellent! Thank you so much, my friend. Let me go back here and do a little refresher Rooney and see if we can have a look at that. Ticking up. Oh, up to 174. Oh, brilliant! Someone else backed. Fantastic.
Hell yeah, man! I'm telling you, this is the way forward for now. Clearly.
Yeah. Well, the point I want to bring up here is even if you decide to, you know, crowdfund an Indiegogo or Kickstarter, wherever else, if you want to sell to this crowd here, pay attention to these numbers.
Yep.
76% would prefer to back not on the big crowdfunding sites. That's a big chunk. So at least look into the option. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
that's what I'm doing.
I know this comment, like I got a lot of comments here, and so many of them are like exactly what you're saying. Like, I don't want to give money to Kickstarter and Indiegogo anymore.
Fuck them.
Which is that's so yeah, it's It's what we got to look to. Past My Sen says chat is Comicsgate. Thank you for being here with us. Yes, indeed. Past
Word up.
SCA says this goes to show that many missed the first chance. Yeah, exactly. They always have something to sell. That's my motto.
Yeah.
Now, depends on what you're selling, though. Depends on what you're selling.
Well,
if you're selling this,
oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit.
have you
Wait,
seen this, Brian?
No, I have a feeling.
So
Okay,
happy you haven't seen it.
okay. Where is it? Just even before we take a look at it, where is it on the scale of cringe? Is it like Daniel Kibblesmith, like New Warriors, kind of?
No, it's not like that. Because I think the art is pretty decent from what I can see.
Okay.
And look,
Can we blow this up?
I don't. Yes, we have to. We have to. I don't know where
Oh
this
shit.
sits.
Oh shit.
As Mo says, finally we get to the Tinkle agenda. Bancroft held it on as long as he could.
I'm telling you, man, you can't tell the difference between like satire and reality. I mean, like the New Warriors thing. For the first like 24 hours, I thought that was a troll. I thought there's no way, but it was authentic, and they never cease to amaze us.
This falls more into the sort of degenerate, like, oh, you're wondering why kids aren't reading comics anymore. You're wondering why manga, of all things, like weebery,
Killing it.
is
Huge.
killing it. And you can't sell. I think this is some sort of X-Men variant or something. And let me grab these super chats here before we jump on. Michael, great news. Looks like Jimmy Reyes of Dragon Rage will be helping out on the Steins Rise of Vampires. Oh, excellent. He's a phenomenal inker.
Yeah,
live on Indiegogo. Not done deal, but looks like it. Well, yeah, let us know. That's yeah. You really make those pencils sing. Congratulations, Jaylee, and thank you for the super chat. General Piggy 1999 just says, "How my friends hail General Piggy,
Hail General
winner
Piggy
of one of the gifts we gave away on Christmas Day." He did say he would come by and send a super chat. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated. Fantastic to see.
I caught when you had your munchkins on. I did check that.
Mahajino says, "Stop kink shaming." All right. Oh, look, I'll go into this with an open mind then. And I'll say, like, if you have a 11-year-old out there, is this what you would want them to pick up off the newsstand? Mo says, Bancroft, this degeneracy is a clear attempt to appeal to manga fans. I know there's that kind of manga out there, but we'll see.
Oh no, is this yaoi?
No. It's not like that. No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't show that. Amanda B, got my puzzle today. I was beginning to get worried. Hashtag Puzzlegate. Fantastic, Amanda. Something to do over the New Year's break. All the cool kids are doing. All right, are we ready? So Mary says, who loves comics, who's a fan of, now what character is that? That's like Batgirl or something. Says, well, this caught me off guard. All right, let's dive right in, shall we? I might have to get rid of my my banner here. One sec, so we can read it. All right. Now I think this is the collector. I'm pretty sure this is the collector because there was other panels and someone was calling him the collector. I'm like, why does he look like? He looks like
Matthew
Caitlyn
McConaughey
Jenner or something. No, it looks like Caitlyn Jenner later on. Anyway, here we go. Let's read it. So here's the collector. Welcome to my aquarium, lovelies. Make yourself at home because you're never leaving. And then here's, I guess that's not Wolverine. You like watching people piss, huh? And he's like, what?
You like pee?
You like pee. You're into it. No, that's not true at all. Then why can't we use the clothing racks to do our business in private? And this is like, typical villain. He starts to get defensive and reason with his captives here. It's a security concern. No, it's an excuse for a poorly disguised fetish. Oh, little piss boy. In comes, I don't know who this character is. Piss boy,
Pee.
piss boy, pee pee boy.
baby.
Whittle baby loves pee. And apparently, yeah, it goes into a whole thing where
Like
they try and
yeah.
shame him
You know what
for
this
being
is?
into piss play.
You know what this is? This is their attempt at doing the kind of humor that's in the James Gunn movies. Or do you know what I'm saying?
Well, James
But-
Gunn, circa
but-
20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, but
Remember when
they're
he was a bit
failing
edgy?
very, very badly at it. You know, I mean, I'm as annoyed at James Gunn as anybody for the Henry thing, but you know, I mean, the guy's made some really good movies. I liked the Suicide Squad. I liked the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Second one was a little too silly for me, but still, it's not that the guy's a no talent. Peacemaker, I thought, was hilarious at times. But this is somebody trying to do that and falling flat on their face.
This is like those remember Mallrats, where they were like the guy
Yeah.
he was really interested in how all the different superheroes have sex or go to the toilet. and that
Yes,
sort of
can
stuff.
Mr. Fantastic stretch, his wing?
Exactly. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It's drunken high conversation that
Yeah.
dudes have.
Yeah, it's not for a comic book.
You don't actually put it on the page. Like this is like, and that's what Stan Lee said at the time. We don't really go into that stuff on the actual
The
page.
guy's really fascinated with like superheroes' genitals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no,
And
that was
someone pointed out,
hilarious.
like,
Yeah,
This artist actually has talent, and we were looking at some comics yesterday. On
yeah. I
Patrick's
mean, the
channel,
art's
and they
not
were like,
bad.
these
It's not
really
like
talented artists, really amazingly rendered characters, and it was an entire superhero comic of everyone just standing around talking.
oh yeah, well,
And it was like,
that's
what
yeah.
a waste. And not only have they got them standing around talking, now you're drawing this, and you're like, this is them standing around talking about this writer's hidden kink fetish about peeing on people or something. I didn't want to even.
No, I mean, I don't think that's
hazard.
what this is. If that's what people are saying, I think they're being inaccurate. This is somebody trying to be edgy in a Joss Whedon-y, more of a James Gunny kind of a way. Because these
Joss
are people that,
Whedon,
yeah.
oh man.
Well,
He
I mean-
really ruined a generation.
Well,
Or at least
yeah,
maybe
didn't he?
like he did some good things, and then people took it way too
And
far and
Bendis.
for way too long.
And Bendis, this is what I refer to as the Bendis effect, right? He was the
Yeah.
guy that made talking heads in comics fashionable. He was like the reason why when I did the first issue of Six Gun Gorilla, I made sure that I showed instead of telling. I tried to I was throwing dialogue and narration out because I wanted to be able to tell a story that you could follow even if you couldn't read. Or even if you couldn't read English, you could just look at the pictures and you could still follow the story. What do you get with these comics? Right? You're lost. It's
Golden
not
showers.
visuals. Yeah, it's not. It's true. Michael, it's fucking hot trash. That's what you get from Marvel and DC these days. Why do you think manga is eating our lunch? Let's just be grateful that manga is as popular as it is, because that means at least kids are reading comics. And they're reading good comics too.
My kids, well, not my youngest one, my daughter, she reads French comics that are sort
Oh
of
my
pretty much
God.
done in the same way manga is done. It's like a story that is normal, it's appropriate for children, and you can read it from beginning to end, and it's good stuff. And, it's funny enough, like we laugh at this, but this stuff as well, it not only does it actually helps us. The more this stuff gets shared around, like guys like Ads and Yellow Flash and a whole bunch of guys are sharing this stuff around.
Yeah.
The more people are like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to see this in an X-Men superhero comic.
Well, this is why, we need to form an alliance, attach our bubble to their bubble, because we're over here going, hey, we've got cool,
Well, we're
cool
trying.
comics are over here.
I'm trying. It's
No,
it is a
I'm
hard
trying
thing to
too.
get noticed.
Here's the thing: we all are, and at some point we're going to hopefully, because look, the biggest obstacle that we face as indie creators is exposure. Just getting people to know that we exist, that our books exist, and look at what Eric July did.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, that's the mountain. That's the mountaintop now that I'm looking at, and it may be a long way away, but I
right?
think I can see. I think I can see the road to climb it. I want to read some chats here. Bianca says this can't be real.
Yeah, it is.
Hot golden
I've seen
trash,
worse.
says Derek.
I've seen worse.
Oh yeah, but it's just
Right.
like it's this is I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it, you know. Memes over substance, golden showers, says Derek. There was a great one by Mo Biggs. Please don't show the splash page.
Oh snap! Oh snap, Mo. Good one.
D says, I'm not sure I have enough
Well
drink
played,
in the
sir.
house to wipe this from my mind. Gordon
Oh,
Goodbrother
man.
says, Degeneration X. Dave says, Brian is giving these writers too much credit. The
Maybe.
only effort they put into is dismantle and denigrate comics. Yeah, it's like, it's another
You
one of
might be
those
right.
examples of who is this for? Who is enjoying
Yes.
this?
Yes. Yeah, it's for nobody. It's hot garbage. It's going to be very interesting to read history books about the history of comic books and see how this era is regarded and what they're going to name it. Aren't you? Don't you find that interesting? You know, if you've read any like history books about, you know, like the history of Marvel or the history of DC or the history of the medium in general. What are they going to call this time? Is anybody going to
cliff?
I mean, is anybody going to like? And by the way, that's supposed to be the collector.
Yeah, there was. I didn't find. Because when I first looked at this, there was a whole. I went through different threads and stuff. Oh, is it here? No, it's not there. And there was a better image of him close up. He really looked like Caitlyn Jenner. But,
oh my god! Well, he's like walking like a woman.
Yeah. That's right.
Now, why don't they just do the Benicio del Toro character from the movies, because he's brilliant, and that version of the character is brilliant.
That would be trying to capitalize and make money off something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. What a silly me.
Can't stand.
Yeah, silly.
Dave says it's the golden shower age. McShort says it's the woke age.
Pretty much.
Look, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny whether or not R. Kelly did write this, but look, you make up your own mind. Bianca says it's Bolshevism. They subvert and corrupt.
Oh yeah, they do
everything.
Yeah, they do.
Mo says, where are all the comic news sites covering this? They're usually all about yellow journalists.
Damn. Kazing. Is this thing on? Got a million of them.
He's here all night. Try the feel. We need to keep forging our path. It will be regarded as a great time for indies. Well, we have the medicine. Don't worry about that. We got the medicine for this. Why don't you try this on for size?
We got some.
What's that tagline again? Big,
very big ape with very big guns, blowing very big holes in very bad people. Yeah, that's the elevator pitch. That's the elevator pitch.
I know it's one of the best. It's one of the best.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any idea when this will be in our hands? I got both volumes.
As soon as I get pizzade, I can pizzay the one and the only Preston Acevedo. And Preston's a busy guy, right? But he is committed to doing these final 2 issues because he's a gentleman and really came to my rescue in a time of need. And I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking, well, first of all, you're not going to wait a year. You're not going to wait 2 years. I'm thinking probably realistically, 5 or 6 months. That would be my guess. That would be my yeah. Because Preston is a busy fella, and there are people like willing to pay him a lot more.
He puts a lot of good effort into his comics. We know that. We've seen
dude. It's
Hmm.
crazy. I mean, he's gone from I used to look at his stuff and be like, that's so Frazetta or that's so Bisley, and now I look at his stuff and I'm like, that's so Preston. Like that's how much, he's leveled up.
Mo said, Brian needs to get pissade. Open the floodgates, Indiegogo. I just wanted to point out that that's one of the really cool things for creators. Is when you do a Shopify, you get paid on the spot. So I've had some very tasty payouts already. They're all going into my business account. They're sitting there, but they look very pretty there. Just waiting for the so I can. I mean, I don't have artists to pay, thankfully, but got to pay the printers and keep the money for shipping and everything like that. But that's the cool thing about doing it ourselves, as opposed to going through Indiegogo or Kickstarter.
DIY.
Now we're gonna jump around a bit. We will get onto the campaign in a little bit, but I do have something else I desperately want to show you guys.
Please.
Because it's too good. It's like, and it touches on something that I deal with all the time on this channel in the comments when I put out videos that reach out outside of our chat here. And that is the word woke and the idea. And we were just asking, like, what is this era of comics called? And people say, like, well, it's the woke era, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. So our old friend, our old partner, Heather Antos, is back at it. So she's responding. She's retweeting a tweet here that says, let me zoom in a little bit. I just want comic without the woke memes. Oops, that excludes your work. That's talking to Heather. She says, whoops, I guess you never read 99.9% of comics since their inception. Booyah, mic drop.
Yeah.
And I love Sierra Whiskey's like, oh, well, we all know fake geek girl Heather Antos doesn't even read the comics. She's paid
no shit.
edit. Why would we expect her to have read the history of comics? Not only were comics not woke,
very much not,
in the sense that we understand woke to be.
They had leftist politics for sure. The Marvel comics that I grew up with. No, it's classical liberal. It's classical liberal. Yeah,
exactly. There was a time that I was on the left. I considered myself on the left because I believed in freedom of speech. I was anti-censorship.
Yep.
I all these sorts of things that, anyway, my politics doesn't matter. The point is that what they're trying to do is they created this word woke, and we all know what it means. And they'll always say, like, oh, you didn't even know what it means. It just means someone you disagree with. Or what they say to me all the time in my comment section is, stop using the word woke. It's so cringe. It doesn't mean anything. You just make yourself look like an idiot when you use the word woke unironically.
NPCs.
And I'm like, no. You made this word for yourself.
Yep.
Why did you make it? Because you needed something to encapsulate this new intersectionalist, Marxist, oppressor versus oppressed thing ideology, this poisonous, as Elon Musk calls it, the woke mind virus that you've all been infected with.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
You needed a word to differentiate yourself from the classical liberals that you now consider Nazis.
Yes. Dude, like every Democrat friend of mine ended up calling me a Yahtzee. Why? Because I oppose censorship and I'm anti-Antifa. I'm anti-brown shirts in the streets beating people up. That makes me now I'm on the right supposedly. No, they act like I moved. I'm like, no, y'all are the ones that moved away from me. I'm right where I've always been, and that's anti-censorship. And could they call you a free speech extremist? And I'm like, well, I wear that like a badge.
You're a free speech absolutist
Yeah.
or whatever, like as if it's a
Like,
bad thing to
I
be
know.
for free speech.
Dude, the
I think it's
ACLU,
deals in absolutes.
the ACLU doesn't believe in the First Amendment anymore. It's over in
No.
America. It's over.
But I wanted to bring this up because this is a tactic that I don't know if you have ever watched any of these people who are out there trying to debate. They're on this side of the fence. They're trying to debate against, like, you know, what we're doing here, what Comicsgate has said, or what, I mean, anything, what's happening over on Geeks and Gamers or Nerdrotic, where people are calling out the woke BS. And they always come with you like, oh, what is woke? Define woke. Well, like they're trying to capture you in some sort of trap. And they're jumping around all over the place because on one hand, now there's this tweet here by Sargon. I'm not going to play this video because we'll go off on a tangent. But basically, there's this guy who starts off. This is like I don't know, it goes for like 2 minutes, right? And he starts off saying there's no children are having breasts removed for trans stuff and stuff like that. That doesn't happen. He's like, that doesn't happen. Doesn't exist. Right. And then they show it to him, and then he switches from that doesn't exist to, oh well, you know, that happens, and you know, and then he eventually within 2 minutes he goes from it doesn't exist to it exists and it's good.
Oh yeah, well he has to, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is the same thing that they do with woke, where they're like, woke, it's not real, it's all in your mind. You're fighting a fake culture war that doesn't even exist.
There's no such thing as SJWs, right? Exactly. Remember when they were like, there's no such thing as SJWs.
Woke doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And then when you push at them and get them to show them what you're talking about, they say, oh well, yeah, that does exist and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here with Heather Antos. She's like, no, in her mind, no, yeah, comics, you say comics are woke, yeah, they've always been woke. How about that? They're all woke.
It's bullshit.
And you know, you're just a angry white racist who doesn't like seeing anyone who doesn't look like you in your comics, which is, you know,
well, newsflash,
you can pick these things apart.
Newsflash,
scratch.
Newsflash, Heather Antos is a piece of shit. She's a horrible human being. The way she threw shade at Reenie's a sweetheart, right? Threw shade at her for no reason whatsoever other than her, like, you know, getting tainted by, like, hanging out with us and making a buttload of money.
Yeah. Jelly. She's jelly.
Oh, dude,
Reenie's
yeah.
Here crushing it. I saw Reenie's campaigns closing in on 150,000. Like, what the?
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I remember, I still have that DM of hers where she's like, hi.
Yeah.
Name's Irene. Can I come on your show? And I'm like,
yeah.
Now she's this massive superstar. I love to see it. It's
dude,
crazy.
When I first met her, I remember it was like me and Sim and a couple of other people, like, you know, like right when she was like kind of like starting to get into the scene. And I remember like being like, honey, you're going to be a rock star, right? Because she's mad, crazy talented, and she's cute, and she's bubbly, and she's positive, and she has charisma out the yin yang, and super talented. Rock star.
Judd, I just want to finish off this topic before we jump right back into Six Gun Gorilla. Judd points, I point this out as well all the time. If the comics were always woke, then why did they need to take over and change everything?
Exactly. Yeah, good point.
It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all moving the goalposts. It's all, they play a game of semantics, and we see what they're doing. We see what you're doing, Heather Antos. We see what you're doing out there, you crazy SJWs. I will continue to use the word woke with abandon. And I will use it. I will use it to monetize what we're doing over here and get people to come in and buy some. Now, this isn't anti-woke stuff. We're not making
not at all.
No. Non-woke. We're making stories as they should be made without having to pander and run it through the woke crowd to get their approval.
We don't have to second guess. Think about this, Michael. I mean, I'm sure this has gone through your mind a couple of times. What it would be like sitting down and working and always having that like thought in the back of your head, like, oh, is this going to offend this group? Is this going to offend this person? Do I need to virtue signal more? Right? it's. I mean, can you imagine what it's like writing in that kind of environment?
Did you worry about offending the gorilla community?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I actually
Where
treat them
gorillas
pretty.
from? They're from
the
Central
Congo.
Africa.
From
Congo, yeah.
from the Congo, yeah, in Africa. And there's two kinds. There's the highland and there's the lowland. The highland gorillas are the ones that have like the shaggier fur.
The only one. The Highlanders, yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Oh
Harambe
man,
would be
one of my
proud,
favorite
says
movies.
Gordon. I like the idea of the Highlander. I don't know if it held up. Like I love it.
That movie's still a
love
lot
it,
of fun.
But I showed it to Mel, and she was like, "What is?"
It's so 80s though.
It's so 80s. Anyway,
It's so 80s in a good way.
Gorilla. Six Gun Gorilla.
Yes,
What do we?
yes.
Because you said you've done seven successful campaigns.
Yes.
So what are we up to now? This is
Well, this
the
is seven.
trade paperback.
Yeah.
And it's your. So what are people getting new in this one?
Okay. Now I did campaigns for the first trade paperback, just so everyone understands, was issues 1 through 6. Right.
Got that.
Then I did the single issues, the floppies for 7 and 8. And although those campaigns did really well, like 20K, at the same time, I got a lot of messages from people saying, I'm not really a floppy guy. I'm more into, I'll just wait for the next TPB. And of course, I'm just like, well, you're not going to get the next TPB if you don't back
This
these.
is crowdfunding.
This
That's
crowdfunding
how it
mofo.
works.
Right? So,
Yeah.
right. But at the same time, I can't hate on that because I'm a trade paperback guy myself. And so what we're doing is I couldn't do a campaign for issue 9 and issue 10. So what you're going to be getting is you can either get 9 and 10 as floppies by themselves separately, right? Because I'm not going to double dip. Or if you just have the first trade paperback, this is going to have the remaining 4 issues. And so that's going to be 2 issues that's 7 and 8. And 9 and 10, which are yet to be drawn.
Actually,
so half of it's finished.
I like that I got the floppy. I'm going to stop saying word floppy. The comic. Too much using the word floppy too much. It's not very manly. Anyway, I got the comic, the single issue,
the hardback
on top of the hard, on top of the trade paperback. So. I'm going to look through. I'm going to see what I need to buy here. And I think I'm going to get the... Because I like the covers. I don't know. There's something about it. And, I think the trade paperbacks, they're great for people who are coming in now. Because obviously it's not really cost effective to be going back and buying all these issues in singles when you get so far along a story. I mean, you're probably... Out of all the guys I know in CG, you must be the furthest along. I don't know if anyone else is talking about crowdfunding the 10th issue.
You might be right. You might be right.
I think I am. I don't know.
I don't know. There might be some other guy out there that I'm not aware of. Certainly in Comicsgate, yeah. And I have a track record of always fulfilling. Sometimes my books are a little bit late, but guess what? If you do get a late book from me, you'll get 2 books. In other words, I always throw in something extra to make up for it. Yeah, absolutely. Because I know I'm not just representing for myself. I'm representing also for the community. We all need to do that, right? Because I mean, the people that don't treat their backers right should be shunned, should be pariahs, in my opinion.
We have 112 people here in the chat, which is fantastic to see. Not only because I love having a crowd in here, we love chatting about indie comics and all that sort of good stuff. Please do give the stream a like. If you aren't subscribed, if you love this sort of stuff, please do subscribe. We do this, most nights throughout the week. But importantly, are you new to Six Gun Gorilla? This book comes with a massive recommend from me personally. I've read.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I think I've read up to issue 7. I think that's what I've got up to. I've got to go back and check. But love it. Really great read. Brian's one of the best writers here.
Oh,
and I'm looking forward to seeing what is coming next. So, do you want to tell the people who aren't familiar with Six Gun Gorilla what is the general gist?
It's a revenge western with a gorilla, is what it is. And when I when I wrote this story, I decided that it would be best if I played it straight. So
Yes.
it's not
That's all I love
something
about it.
that it's because I figured it would be more fun that way, right? And so it was a little bit of a tightrope act for me, a high wire act, because I had to kind of balance, playing it straight, but then not becoming too serious, like Ang Lee's Hulk movie or something like that, right? To where it stops being fun.
No, it's
because
still
the whole
fun.
point
It's
is fun.
incredibly fun. Yeah.
Thank
I mean,
you,
when
sir.
you're going to have a revenge tale with a gorilla, there's got to be an element of fun in it. Mo Big says some of the best writing in CG. Six Gun Gorilla is absolutely one of my favorites. He also says,
Thank you,
Bancroft, when you adapt Whiteface Dick into a comic book form, will you be offering floppy dick or a hardbound
Oh,
cock?
snap.
We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of work in that in Whiteface Dick adaptation. Passmaster Dan says a girthy cock sells itself. It does indeed. This man right here, Judd Goswick, is back in number 151.
Oh, thank you so
he
much,
grabbed
sir.
it on Zoop, but now he's back because the Zoop campaign didn't.
Oh, thank you so
didn't
much.
End up happening. So amazing. Thank you for coming back for another.
I really
bite at the
appreciate
cherry.
that. It means a lot to me.
All right. Eric says Mo's out here breaking character, being nice. No. Mo doesn't not breaking character. Mo is just honest.
Oh
That's
man.
all. He just tells it like it is. I know we're not. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass here. Like, look at this. Mike Barron, majestic. Ethan Van Sciver, awesome comic. Doesn't get much better than this. Says Joe Lansdale. Look at this. Look at all this.
I know.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've been so blessed. Dude, I've been so freaking lucky because when I put this book out there, I didn't know how people were going to take it. I didn't know because, I mean, I don't know about you, but it takes me a while to tell if what I've made is any good or not. It's too close to me. It's on my nose.
I can tell if I like it, but I like a lot of stuff that the chat don't like.
Yeah.
And you're right. When it's something that isn't standard fare, Western, okay, that's not the most popular genre. Amanda B's right here. She says, I'm not normally a Western fan.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda.
Add into it the strangeness of a gorilla. Now, I like that. I'm down. Like, I hear that and I'm like, yes. But you're right. You never know. You never know.
No, I mean, it's... I figured certain people were really going to dig this, right? But I didn't think everybody was going to dig it. And everybody who reads it loves it. And that's not me bragging. Like, that's just been the case. And like I said, that's not me boasting. That's me being very grateful. Because, these are passion projects, right? The person that did that, I sincerely doubt it's R. Kelly, but whoever that writer was, but maybe has a passion.
I haven't seen any evidence that it isn't R. Kelly.
That's true.
In prison, yeah, you can write in prison.
Yeah, you can.
Sure that's
Yeah, man.
Internet now, probably.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, or give me slipping it out in like toilet paper notes. You know what I'm saying? But there's no passion.
It does read like it was written on toilet paper. Out of a prison. That's true. That is true.
No. I have respect for my readers. I always assume that the reader is at least as smart as I am. Right? I don't write down to you. You don't get any preaching in this, although there is a kind of a religious theme to it. But that's something that just happens naturally. I think, when Heather Antos is like, well, comics have always been woke. No. It's just there, if there was any politics, it was in the subtext, right? And they've taken the subtext and they've made it the text, right? The villain in this, the arch villain, is an arms manufacturer, right? Mm-hmm. You could read something political into that, but you're not going to get a lecture from me. I'm trying to tell you a kick-ass pulp story. I made the comic that I wanted to read. And it turns out that, like, other people wanted to read it too.
Like this man right here, Bretsky the Great. Back in number 152.
Oh.
He backed on Zoop as well. So looking forward to this book. I've had too many good things to pass it up. Bretsky, you won't be disappointed.
Really
won't. Fantastic. Thank you so much for backing. Mo says there's a proud primate tradition in comics.
Yeah, there is.
Definitely
Yeah, there is.
Hyper Wizard says, I'm not a fan of westerns, guns, or gorillas, but I heard your writing was very good, so I want to be won over on those themes.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
look, take a chance on Brian. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised.
No, thank you,
The
sir.
thing about the indies is it runs the full gamut. You've got people who are doing their first ever thing. They're really not, you're trying it for the first time, all the way up to seasoned professionals and everyone in between. So I do understand that people are like umming and ahhing sometimes. But I think with Brian, I mean, tried and tested. Like you read those reviews, so many people, singing the praises of this book. So I'm always happy to have you on, Brian, to spruik
Thank you, sir.
the new Six Gun Gorilla, because I want to show this audience who love comics the highest quality books that are out there. I think we got
Thank you so much.
I think we got another one here.
Mucho gratitude to you in the chat. Mucho gratitude.
Gratitude.
Yeah, man.
Jeremy's in the chat. It's like, Kelly, what?
The fuck?
Jeremy. Look, it's just speculation.
Did you come
at
in
this
late?
point. But this channel does not shy from rumors. All right, we'll put them out there. Sumo Thori, back in 1955.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hail Sumo. Now, people are asking what happened with Zoop. A lot of people are asking what happened in the end there. It just it didn't make it, or did Zoop pull a shady one?
No. Zoop was not at fault in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when I went over there, everybody was a lot of people got pissed off. They saw it as like a traitorous act. And I couldn't go on a stream without people just throwing Camilla Zhang at me. Camilla Zhang.
Every time we brought up Zoop, that's what came up.
Right?
I remember that. Yeah,
like crazy. Yeah. So that's what killed the campaign.
Throwing up CG.
And it turns out, and this is the real kick in the ass. It turns out that she wasn't even working there when I started my campaign. Right? So there was some chaos.
I think she was brought on as a like a consultant at the start, but I don't think she was like a working there or anything like that. Like she definitely wasn't one of the founders or the owners or anything. But
but people got mad. So
look, I think that's changing, especially.
I think so too.
Look,
I did it too soon.
Crazy out there. And
there's
the landscape is shifting. It feels like it's not very solid. The ground that we're on
it's not
feel super solid right now.
No,
because we've been so reliant on corporations, and I think wrongly we've sort of become emotionally attached to some of them. And it doesn't really make any sense. And I get, I don't want to, and I don't get into arguments with my chat, but we have difference of opinions here and there. And they say like, I why even put anything on Indiegogo? And I understand that.
But isn't that also
like, well, why go on YouTube? YouTube don't like us either.
These
Google, you think Google likes us?
Thank you. These sites are not our friends. Indiegogo, Kickstarter, YouTube are not our friends. They're platforms that we use to build our brands.
Yeah,
that's all they are.
That's how I'm doing.
They don't like us. So, I didn't, why people would feel, any loyalty to Indiegogo, especially now when they're like, we know that they're shadow banning our campaigns. And I don't think they've done it to me yet, but they've done it to my friends.
I think the majority of them are. Like, if you go onto Indiegogo into the explore section, it is like a boneyard. There'll be a couple of good ones. There'll be, She and Fiendish. And then the rest are just like what I was talking about earlier, like really entry-level stuff that's only getting a couple of $100 backed on it.
Terrible.
It really makes Indiegogo look like there's no good comics on there. And there are.
Because here's the thing about crowdfunding. Clearly, the way forward for guys like you and me is to have our own websites, right? But what about the people that are coming in behind us? Because we need to think about those people, because, we were just where they were at not so long ago ourselves. And I feel like we owe it to the people that are coming in behind us to give those people a hand. And so they're going to need sites like this. If they just throw up a .com, I don't know if that's going to work for them.
If you don't have your own sort of platform from which to shout about your campaign on your website.com, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get anyone. And then especially if you don't have a history of fulfillment, double. You know, I know that Indiegogo or Kickstarter can't force you to fulfill. We know that for sure because there's dozens and dozens of campaigns that, you know, haven't fulfilled after years and years and years. But there is still, I know, that psychological hurdle that exists on new sites. So you're like, look, like I said, I don't think there's like right and wrongs in this conversation, but all I'm saying is like these are shifting sands at the moment, and everyone is sort of figuring it out. And I think we're all pretty much in agreement. We all want, you know, the best things to happen. We want to be able to support people who are doing awesome work.
And it's cool to disagree.
Support books like Six Gun Gorilla.
And it's cool to disagree. That's one of the reasons why we came to this space. Was because it was a place where there weren't like, you know, ideological litmus tests and blacklists and whisper networks and all that shit. That's why we came here.
Joshua has an idea. Put in your wife's name. They aren't shadow banning female accounts because they want to project.
Oh, interesting.
Melanie might be launching Painted Death.
That's a good idea, actually.
We got a bunch of backers tonight. Here on Six Gun Gorilla, so I'm going to do a refresher Rooney and see what we got. We started on 132 here. Let's do a refresh. See what we jumped up to. 141. Amazing.
My God. Thank you.
Thank you. The Bancroft bump lives. It's been a while since we've been having books to campaign. It's like, I don't know, mid-November hit, and everyone was like, all right, I'm done. No more new campaign.
Yeah. So, now, not to be a dick about it.
Again in the new year.
Not to be a dick about it, but who was it that coined the term, the Bancroft bump?
Was it you?
It was me.
You can claim it. I don't remember.
So like, no worries, dude, because I got, you know, a huge bump, you know, after being on your show. So hell yeah, man.
Hold on a sec.
You earned that shit.
Check this out. Hang on. No, I got rid of it. Oh no, I had a bump. I had a bump overlay that I could play. Let me see if I can
You should.
It. I should. I hadn't used it in so long, and you need you can only have so many like overlays and stuff that they'll allow in the back end of StreamYard. I don't know if it's going to let me.
I've had two.
Of course, it's not.
I've had two campaigns fund on my YouTube channel, and I think like it was Kami Mark and Hart D. Fisher, right? And I still think that they would have crossed the line even if they hadn't come on my show, but they did. And I have like a Vanilla Ice dancing clip. Actually, it's these two kids from like the 80s dressed like Vanilla Ice, like doing the Ice Ice Baby dance. I highly recommend it.
All right, check this out. Ready? You got the Bancroft bump.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway,
cool. It's cool.
I made that.
It's a first draft. It's a first draft.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I don't think we need to really show that very often. Hang on. Simply Green has got a question here in the chat. Would you consider expanding CG Now, Mike, to include CG creator sites? Yes, I would. Business card idea would be worth being able to search by creator rather than book. Yeah, I think you can search by creator. That's already there. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. You know, we will need, and I'm sure these will pop up, sort of aggregate directory sites for the different individual creator sites. So I would consider it. It's just like I already have a hard enough time, and even Mel as well. We're all super busy just keeping up the site as it is on top of everything else that we're doing. So but yeah, I absolutely would. All right. Six Gun Gorilla trade paperback volume 2 closes in 5 hours.
Indeed it does.
So if you want to jump in on it, I mean, now's the time. Oh, you just got another back, 142. That means 10 during the show.
You people rock. Thank you so much. Hell yeah.
That's a good showing. I appreciate you. You're the best. You're
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, speaking of the best, tomorrow we'll be doing the Wrenches, where I decide who actually really is the best, and I
Oh,
award you
shit.
fake awards called Wrenches. It's the chat awards. It's where
Oh shit.
we had the creator awards. Now I award the chat for being as awesome as they are, such as this man right here, Nolan Lockhart, back 156.
Thank you.
Hashtag
Yes.
crackbackbacks. Bow. All right.
Thank you.
I'm officially on holiday.
Hell yeah, brother.
Feels good. I think I'm off work until about the 9th of Jan.
Righteous.
So I'll be doing a lot of drawing. I'll be streaming and just having fun in general. So I want to thank Brian for coming on and hanging out. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
enduring that strange comic page that we looked at.
It was highly enjoyable, you know.
But the biggest thank you of all goes out to the wonderful, amazing, most incredible, most spectacular, and most backing, phenomenal,
You
sexiest
folks.
chat in all of CG. You guys rock. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a great night. All right. Bye.
Hell damn it.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty fat